So hello and welcome to another video. I'm out and about, and it's so nice being out and about. I'm at one of my little favourite locations. I'm at Elan Valley and I'm up at the top reservoir, but I'm not alone today. I'm not alone at all. I won't be taking many photographs. I will show you a couple that I've just taken, but I'm not alone, and the reason I'm not alone is, look, we're playing the rule of 6 game. We are out. We have got 5 of us out together. I've got Nigel up the top there. I'm out with Mike, and we're out with John, and we're due another one later on about 8 o'clock. So we're out, we're meeting up, social distancing and all that sort of stuff, but it's nice to be out with other people at long last. It's been such a long time since I last came out and spoke to people that weren't on a TV screen. So yeah, really, really good stuff. But like I said, we're at Elan Valley. Look at that, the reservoir. Not a lot of water, it looks pretty dry. Coming in over the top, over the A470, most of the rivers were pretty dry. All the little waterfalls were just trickles and streams. And this area has been butchered. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but this is normally all over covered. I'll put a link up in the corner to the video from when I was last here, when I shot that nice little sun star through the edge of the trees and got all the light on the backlight on the trees. But yeah, this has all been cut away. They've had a nice new fence put up and everything, so they've made it a bit more tourist friendly, if you like, I suppose, and a bit safer to stop people from walking down the bottom, more than likely. Lots of sheep around, lots of lambs around. Like I say, this isn't for photographs tonight. This is just really meeting up, having a bit of a chat and working out what we're going to do for sunrise. And the plan for sunrise is head up to the top of that hill just up there. So I think we'll carry on the video from there. So I just wanted to check in and say hello while we had a bit of light. Enjoy this first photograph as well, because I've just taken one F22 straight in. The sun just dipped down just next to the tower there, just dipped down over the hillside. It's just got a break in the clouds, just enough to let the light through. Perfect little sun star. I took 2, one from a roughly this position and one with all this tree with all this moss on, because I absolutely love that moss. I've not got my vloggers head on tonight, literally just chilling out, but it was one of those moments where I had to get the camera out and just say hello. So yeah, I'll see you at some time about 4 in the morning, half 4 in the morning, heading up there in the dark. See you in a bit. Good morning. Told you we'd be up nice and early, didn't we? Not only that, we had a personal alarm clock. Nigel, who's a lovely, lovely bloke, come and bang on everyone's door this morning. What the hell's that all about? He's that excited to be out with people. And he's cold. This is his excuse, he was cold. But yeah, I mean, last night I was expecting there to be a little bit of a mist because it was quite warm. I just had this feeling there might be a little bit of mist this morning, but a little bit, I can't see diddly at the moment. It is well thick, and hopefully John, I mean, he reckons it's a nice low mist and we're going to get up there and we're going to see some cloud inversion. It's going to be a fantastic, well, let's hope so, eh? Because if it ain't, I'm going to push him off the hill. But yeah, this is nice. And it's nice being out with other people, even though we're all deadly quiet at the moment, apart from Gobby me, who's wambling on, because everyone's up. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'll see you when we get to the top, because I'm not going to film me panting as I try and walk up the hill in the dark with a head torch. So I'll speak to you in a little while.
Camera.
Right, well, we made it. Head count, 1, 2, 3, 4 and me, 5. That's close enough. I know it's a rule of 6, but we had to drop one out. Well, we didn't, he just didn't turn up. Right, we're up at the tree. The tree's behind me. Now I've got the camera set on a low ISO, the video camera, so it's not picking up any ambient light at the moment. And I've got me Valorec gloves on, and the fingerprint thing on the end of the fingers doesn't work, and I can't get the ISO to change. So I'm not taking my gloves off just yet, but I will change it once the light gets up. We are at our location for shooting. Problem is, it's really thick of fog still, like I said a little while ago. But there's plenty of room up here. It's nice and open, and I think all we're going to do now is chill out, wait for the light to start lifting, and hopefully this fog will drop. Now, the perfect scenario would be this fog drops from the head height down and starts to drop down below us, and as it comes down below us, we're going to get fog in the valley, and it is going to be a frantic photography session if that's the case. If it just dissipates and disappears, then we'll just get the light coming through. But I'm sure there's going to be something nice no matter what, just on that peak between fog and no fog, or mist and no mist. It will burn out eventually, so we'll see what happens. But for now, we're all going to stand our 2 meters away like we are, and carry on chopsing. So we'll speak to you when something happens, I think. Right, so I popped you back on for a minute, and you can probably notice that it's slightly lighter than it was before. So the light is picking up, but it's still really thick of fog. Mike's been up here having a bit of a scout around, and I've been saying to everyone, like last night, and people I've talked to, that everywhere seems to be a bit more pavered. The paths seem to be bigger, there's more paths around with more people, I suppose, walking around in the UK. So it's opened up access to these rocks, and the tree behind me, which you still can't see, but we've got some lovely rocks. I'll put my head torch on, if I can get it to work. You've got some nice rocks down here, and they're all pointing that direction. This one's got some grass on the top leading that way. There's also one right behind me, just here, that's got some cracking lines in it, and I don't know whether you can see them until it lightens up, but it's got some really nice lines in it, and they're all heading that direction. So this should make for a really nice shot, I think. You've got some nice rocks, bit of lichen on them, bit of green moss. You've even got a sticky up rock, which I like. It gives a bit more of a sense of feel rather than just plonked on the grass. And yeah, it's when this fog clears, I promise you it's clear. There is nothing there. It's just a drop off. So we're going to see the reservoir. We'll see the lake, or the lock, or the reservoir, if you want, the water. But yeah, it's really good. So, and there's also potential with that tree. So I don't normally come up to this area because it's normally a lot more overgrown, but yeah, there's some more potential here. But at the moment, nothing's happening. It really isn't. Apart from getting a picture of someone with a torch on, that's about it. But I'm still excited to be out.
You was taking some great photos.
No, that's it.
Sorry, Bob.
So the light, don't keep apologising. You know it doesn't matter when I'm videoing. I'll put my light on so you can see me. Right, I've just spun the camera around to my right hand side, sort of 90 degrees, because we've got a tree that's just starting to appear now. You can see it just there, and whoops, I nearly tilt backwards then. I just love it. I think it looks beautiful. It's in the fog. We know that the fog's lowering because we have a drone up in the air, not mine, but it's definitely lowering. Yeah, I just love this. I just think that's really, really nice. It's a lovely, lovely image. Not bracketing or anything. I just let the camera do what it's done, put it on ISO 200 and just click go, really. I'm at f16, focus on the rocks in the foreground, so that should give me plenty of depth. But yeah, the potential is, and I can see the fog lowering now. It's if you look there, you can just see there that this fog is lowering, and John's just shouted up and said that you can see above it, so I might even pop my drone up just in a little while, because we're quite high here, so I should be able to get above it without being too far out of view, if you like. But yeah, that's definitely potential. This is looking great for an absolute stunner. I don't want to jinx anything, but the potential for this is going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I'm really excited to see what's going to happen now. So randomly enough, I've just had my drone up. Just enjoy this little bit of footage of what we can see from above this fog. And I wasn't very high, I was only not far above my head at all, so this definitely dropping. And I've even got a couple of photographs to show you, so enjoy this little bit of footage and I'll come back and speak to you once you've even seen this little bit. The drone's been up. How stunning is that above there? It's so cool. But what I did try and do is Nigel was over there by the tree just now, and I tried to fly the drone over there between Nigel and the tree, and I got between them and suddenly it just cut out dead. Literally just cut dead, dropped to the ground like a rock. It wasn't very high, it was only a few feet high, so it just landed on the grass. So I brought it back over here. I thought I'd do a test and put it up again, and just flew it sort of 20-30 foot away from me, and again it was only 4 or 5 foot off the ground, cut out dead, jump, boom, straight down to the ground. So I packed it away. I don't know why. If you do know why, please let me know. Is it the temperature? Is it because it's cold and icy? The temperature's just dropped out. There was no warnings on the screen as far as I could see. Not that I was watching the screen, I was actually watching the drone. But yeah, if you can let me know if you've had the similar issue, at least I can try and get my confidence back with it, because at the moment it's tainted the confidence a bit. So yeah. Anyway, right, photography. I've got in front of me, and I'm going to switch the camera on so you can have a little bit of a look to see what it is I'm framing up. Let's put it over onto video. I can't feel my fingers at the moment at all, not one iota. And I'm just going to hit play just so you can see what it is I can see. And in front of me you can see these rocks, and this is what I'm looking at. I like this nice sticky out rock, and I know it's pointing that direction, but that's kind of irrelevant. I just like the fact that it's sort of framing there, and I've got these lovely jaggedy sticky up ones there. Now I'm hoping once this mist comes down that it's going to just drop down here, and you're going to end up with this inversion there, and if I'm guessing rightly, the reservoir dam is just about there. So I'm guessing, hopefully, and I'm going to pop it out. If it's not, it'll be a frantic move around and just recompose myself and use these rocks as and when I can. So that's my plan. All we need now is the inversion to lower. And it will do. It's definitely going to disappear, but how it disappears is the question. I just lost my magnetic cap as well. It had fallen off and I didn't see it, so I had to search around. So I might have to put a bright yellow sticker on it. But yeah, it's definitely lowering. I might even walk to the top of that hill so that I can see it lowering and then run back down to the camera. That might be a good plan. So how plans change. I've come up onto the top and we still haven't lowered yet. The fog is still staying above our heads, but you can see a contrail up there, so it's definitely clearer above us, so it's coming lower. But look at this, I've never been up here before. Look at these jaggedy rocks. The rocks there are fantastic. Absolutely love this. Like I said, I've never been up on the top peak before, so I thought I'll go and run down and got the camera, brought the camera. I thought I'd start at the top. So theoretically, my theory is the inversion is going to lower or dissipate slightly. So I can start here, get a couple of shots at the top, and as it lowers, I can then run back down to where that rock is down there and get that shot of the rock framing it. So that's the plan. All plans do normally go to pot, but this is a cracking little location. And like I say, we're all out, everyone's here, we're all keeping our spacing and stuff, and Darren's wrapped up nice and warm, like normal. You met Darren previously with his van at 27 degrees. I think he's causing this inversion at the moment, to be honest. But yeah, this is something else. I love this. And the trees, well, we've got a couple of trees over here. Nigel's just taking a picture of this nice little tree, which looks pretty cool. So yeah, everyone's taking photos, which is nice. We are still waiting for it to lower, and it keeps giving glimpses of the hillside in the background just there, but it is not coming down yet, and we're all quite cold. Poor John here is like, oh my god, it's so cold out here, and he's freezing, bless him, but we can't give him a hug. Isn't it a shame we can't do group hugs? Nigel's longing for a group hug, isn't he, Nigel? Ain't you? Longing for one, but just can't do it. He don't care down. He just really don't care. He's on his phone, playing Candy Crush probably, if I know him. But it is so cold. Look at the tripod. Everything is icing up everywhere. It is really, really, look at that. Really, really cold. But it doesn't feel that cold, but there's the hillside. You can see the hill now at the top there. Look at that. Keeps appearing, and then the fog comes, go back up again. But this is lovely. I love conditions like this. Absolutely stunning. It's cool enough. I'm warm enough. I've got my coffee with me. I'm out with a few mates now, which is really nice. So all good. Definitely all good. Mike's right down the bottom there. He's gone right down the bottom. Well, not down the bottom, but he's a bit further down than us. We just need this to clear. If this clears, this could be, like I said, I'm going to repeat myself, stunning. But it is not clearing just yet. There's the hillside behind us as well now. So you never know. It might just drop all of a sudden. I'm going to chase John now, because like I said to John, I said, let's go and introduce John to the channel, because John got his own channel. He's like, don't come over here talking to me. In that Spanish, Welsh, French accent, or whatever it is. Here he is, look, it's John, and he's got his own channel, so introduce yourself, mate. He's not going to speak. I'm going to put links everywhere, all over the screen, so you can go and find him.
Put me on the spot there.
I have put you on the spot. Is it hard work when it's on the spot?
Yeah.
He's one of these ones that's got to be scripted and think about it, ain't you?
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
All alone,
He's like a cat caught in the headlights, rabbit in the headlights. Dude.
Yeah, whatever he advises, I wouldn't go with it. It's not worth having a look.
It's not worth having a look. It is. It's all right. You're pretty good. You're all right. Don't worry about it. Look at this. This is definitely dropping now, isn't it? We've definitely got hillside and light, so this is coming down behind us really quick, so this is definitely going to be a panic. Yeah, I'm liking this now. You can see the tree line with the woodlands over that way. You can see up the top of the hill there with some trees on the top, so it's definitely cleared. So if that's going to get lower now, we are really going to be in for it. Oh, I'm getting so excited. So excited, and we've been stood here ages now waiting, so please let something happen. Wasn't that funny? Caught in the headlights. I've got myself a shot, and I'm not going to say like Nigel, my first shot of the day, because he's taken dozens. He's not going to tell anyone, is he? But yeah, this is really, really pretty. I've got the fog over in the background, or the mist, and I've got the hill line now that's got some light on the top of it. He's actually sort of got a goldeny light. But I've got these lovely rocks that I shot before in the really thick fog. But look what I found down here, these stunning grasses, and because the mist air has been going this way, they've got a big, thick, probably 5mm of frost on them, and they just make some stunning foregrounds. So I've got them down in the bottom thirds of the image, and I've just got the rocks leading off into the fog, and I just think it's so nice. It really is nice. I've taken a horizontal and a vertical shot of it. I can't decide which one I like. I think I like them both for their different reasons, but it's definitely lowering a bit more, and it's so pretty. It's such a lovely, calm feeling as well. With this fog, it just seems to mute all the sounds, and it's just, apart from our voices, it's dead silent. Or my voice, should I say. Yeah, it's so nice. But yeah, what a cracking little shot. This is really nice. All them beautiful jaggedy lines leading out. Stunning, really cool. Sun's coming up. Look, we've got sun, and it's coming up over the hill. Sun's been up for ages, but it's only just broken the top of that hillside, so this is where it is going to change. It's got to, because the heat of the sun will definitely burn this off, and this is where it's going to happen. So it might not be a case of videoing it. I might literally just run around, because I've got a few ideas for shots. I've got one at the top here using these rocks, like I said before. I've got one maybe on the side getting the tree in. I've got one a bit further down with me rock where I already planned, and maybe even a classic. So I'm going to try and get to these different layers. Start at the top where everyone is, move down, so we're not necessarily in everybody's shots, because if someone's in front of us, obviously it makes it hard to shoot. But yeah, this could happen all of a moment. If I don't get to talk about it, then just enjoy them. If I do get to talk about it, then the next thing you'll see is me talking about it. Oh yes, you just attack me with your tripod, why don't you?
Slipping.
Social distancing and all that, 2 metres.
on my drone.
He's chucking it. It's all going to pot. The sun's come up. So I'm going to try and talk you through a couple of these images if I can, and it's not faring too easy at the moment. Just trying to work out how to get me video camera to work properly. There we go. Let's. The video is on. So we've got this tree just here, and this is what we're looking at. This tree, because we've actually got ice on this tree as well, and I love the fact the ice is on it, and the sun's up in the top there. Now it's dead hard to see the sun. If I wind my exposure down, you can see the sun there now. The sun's up there, it's dead bright, it's still in the fog, but I just love this going on. I've taken 2 images, one close up, and I've also taken one a bit further back. Absolutely love that. I think it's a beautiful little image, I really do, and I hope I'll be able to see all that ice on it, because I think that's going to look really cool, really good. It's not ice, it's just frost, but hopefully if that frost picks up on the camera, I'll be quite pleased. I just need to check my overexpose it, because I need to just adjust my composition slightly. So turn your exposure right up so it's dead bright, then get your composition set up to make sure you've got the bottom of the image in, which is in the dark at the moment. Then I'm doing my bracketing, so I've got 2 shots over and 2 shots under. But wow, what a beautiful feeling. And I'm just going to check them to make sure my light one is light enough to actually get the light parts in. And it is. I've got enough there. I'm going to have a safety measure. I'm actually going to increase my exposure a little bit more, because the sun's going to be darkening it and down on aperture priority. But yeah, that's another really nice one. Really nice. Absolutely love that fog. The fog and the ice is really making it this morning. It's beautiful. Just need it to lower so we can see the reservoir. Really need to see that reservoir. It's going to warm up so quick now. Hey up, Nigel. We're doing a dance with Nigel. Swapping places. Something's going to happen. It's clearing quite quickly now. It's definitely going to drop, so concentrate on the camera and I'll speak to you if I can. You're going to get bored with me saying this, keep switching the camera on and off, but I've got another one. I'm now shooting that tree that Nigel shot earlier on. So we've got this lovely little tree poking out the side of the rock, and then you've got these nice jaggedy rocks and this nice really rough rocky side to the, I don't know what I'm saying, the rocky side, the rocky edge. But I've got this, there's a ridge which is a nice sort of line through the image. It's covered in frost, and I'm just waiting for the sun to poke out a bit more again, just to give us a little bit of light on it. But I just love this frosty little bowl that's just in front of us. I wonder if I can show you what I'm doing on here. Let's have a look and see. To wind my ISO right up when so here we go. So we've got this nice little line leading you around, and I love these little bits of rocks down there in the background, just in the fog. But there's our tree, which is focused on my hand now, but there's our tree, and there's our jagged rocks, our little rock face. But imagine if these heathers were out. But if the heathers were out, you're not going to get this frost, are you? But that's the bit I'm looking at. I just absolutely love that. Sweeping round, ends up with a tree, and you look down in the distance at them. Really quite a nice, simple image. It's so dead easy just to point your camera. And I said last night, and I said to these guys, that I'm going to slow down and take less photos, but it just doesn't happen. I just can't do it. All I want to do is take photographs, and that's all I do, take photographs. I just enjoy it. So slowing down is not an easy thing for me, because maybe I see more, maybe I see a lot of images. I see this, I see one up there with the rocks, I saw one up there, I see another one here, and so I take them. Look at that now over there. Oh wow, maybe I can get some foreground in that. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk that way, I'm going to put that tree in the fog, and I'm going to have that in the background. Let's try that, because it's just not dropping yet. If these guys shout me up there, then I'll run back up. Yeah, let's do that. is still not lifting or dropping or clearing. It is just thick and it is in to stay. But it's not to say we're not getting shots, because we are. The fog's just risen again a bit now, but I'm back up to this tree. I did say I was going to come down to the tree and get the fog where it's clear in the background, but that's just gone. I started off with one over there, which I'll show you now. I was stood on those rocks, and I've got all this rock face that I'm actually stood on at the moment, with a tree pointing out to the left hand thirds. Then I thought I'd come up a bit closer, because I brought my phone over to have a look, and I quite liked this shot with this leading line coming round there with this sort of bed of frosted grass, which is really nice, and then the tree sort of sticking out. And now I've moved up to the next one, and the next one I think is probably the better one of them all three. So let's see if I can put my video on for you and show you what it is I'm actually shooting. Let's have a quick look, you see. Right, so video's on. We've got this patch of frozen grass or twigs or whatever it is that's down in their bottom there, which is just covered in frost and real thick frosty white stuff. It's really, really nice. And this tree, which is obviously the dominant part of the image, and again this tree, you can't see it probably on this camera, but all these branches are absolutely covered in white frost, which just basically means that everything at the moment, everything is going to have a white coating of frost on it. So if we go looking for stuff, this is where you could potentially find that hoarfrost type of image, because it's really cold and the mist that's groping across is just sticking to anything and everything. It's on the cameras, it's on my camera bag, it's on the tripod down here, it's on the side of my camera mount, it's on everything. So the frost is sticking to it all. It's even on the eyepiece on the back of the camera there. You can just see it's all frosty everywhere. But yeah, what an absolutely fantastic image. Let's just stop the video because we're not recording that anymore. So we'll go back over to film mode with me numb fingers, and again we'll just pre-focus onto those grasses in the foreground and let this do what it's going to do. Bracketed shot, so I've got all the dynamic range in. Nigel's on the other side looking back this way, so it might be worth going and having a look over there. All I'm trying to remember to do is put my lens cap on all the time, because I don't want the mist and frost on the actual front of the lens. But it is bitterly cold, but so enjoyable. Again, there's another shot maybe here. I wonder if I can come down low and get down here and have these grasses and the sun coming through the tree. That might be quite nice. It's something different. Coming round further still and having, oh look at this, this is nice. So if we come back, yeah, if we come back here, I like this. I know you can't see the trunk of the tree, but I do love all these lines go in that direction, the rocks and the tree behind it. So yeah, that's quite nice. Should be able to get the sun in as well, especially if I put my wide angle lens on. At the moment I'm shooting with the 16-55, but yeah, there's lots to go, there's lots to shoot. And if we just get that final shot of the cloud inversion, my day, the weekend ever. It's just, this month's finished. Fantastic. Oh. About it all kicking off. This is proper, we're all shooting this direction now. Look at this going on down here. Just look at that business there, copying words and all that. That tree has got hoarfrost on it. The two trees together, absolutely stunning. You've got the road leading your way through, and you've got half mist, half no mist. Absolutely gorgeous. At the moment I'm concentrating just on that one tree in a vertical shot, and there's a car down in the bottom there as well, which I don't actually know whether it adds to it. I'm going to take a shot while the car's in it, I think, see if I can get that car in the edge. It sort of gives a bit of scale to it even. But yeah, I'm going to move a bit closer, shoot that while this is, oh, it's just absolutely looking amazing. But it's just not dropping behind us, but then it's sitting over the water, that's what it's doing. But we are going to run, we're going to have to run really far. You know, I'm just losing words. It's just, he's laughing at me over there. I just don't know what to say now. It's just, all the sheep down there as well, I'm going to cry.